We have a lovely terrace garden on a 118-year-old bungalow. This part of the hotel built in 1905, and the oldest part of the hotel is a spa bungalow that's been built. Original bungalow is 138 or so. It is made in 1887. Our hotel is the oldest operational hotel of the country, Taj West End. And we have a lovely terrace garden. This is the only place where we get the sunshine, because the rest of the hotel is covered with high canopies. Christmas tree and the rain tree is quite huge. Then second layer would be the eucalyptus. Third is almost the same, that's the rain tree. And we have lovely bungalows of British colonial architecture, and some parts do resemble the Gothic architecture. It's a lovely ambience on the terrace. This is the only place where we get the sunshine, as I mentioned earlier. That's why we could grow a little bit of flowers here. You could see whatever you see in the natural ambience, the bumblebees, butterflies, dragonflies, birds, everything. You can experience them here. We have managed the natural landscape so that the natural elements can thrive in a very subtle and effective way. The morning glories are in full bloom. The dormouse and monkey tops are the primary this thing. You can see even the michaelia is coming up. We have a lot of big trees here earlier. We have cautiously removed because the building should not be loaded up. Otherwise, my actual intention is to have the light and shadow root system, and lightweight trees only I have put. But yet, better not to take risk on 18-year-old bungalow. Therefore, we have removed. Otherwise, the depth of the soil is hardly 2 centimeters. But yet, with the common logic of shallow root system will go in even the tap-rooted plants cannot go here deeper. They will have to go horizontally. The brassica is still there. This is nothing. It's almost around 14 to 15 feet high. We have planted trees here more than originally 25 to 30 feet high tall trees were there. We have removed them. It was giving a dramatized look, but safety is a primary thing, and I don't want after retirement anyone to blame that because of Prasad we lost the building thing. That's where I have consciously removed. It was a nice view, and originally planted to match the camouflage the surrounding tall trees. You could see the bumblebee hunting for the honey with cassia elata. Even the ants are exploring. The bumblebee is very busy. The honeybees, bumblebees, they take the honey, and you can see the stingless bee also on the move. It's very interesting to see the natural elements moving around. I always say that nature is independent, never independent, it is always interdependent. Everyone is required in their own prominence, and everyone's contribution is necessary to establish the nature in a very effective manner. Food web is very, very critical and essential. If you could notice, the bumblebee wings are black, body is black, but the thoracic region is always, that means yellow color. So it is matching with the flower color. It's well camouflaging. Unless we know that is a bumblebee, it is very difficult to make out. Nature is amazing. They are well camouflaged. I'm not good in entomology, I'm only a little bit of good in cytogenetics, plant physiology, and because of my father, little bit good in landscaping. And my guru who brought me up, of course, now both of are not there. He has taught me the botany right through my childhood. So that's what is feeding me today. Whatever little knowledge I could gain, that's because of their blessings. Even this originally landscape is designed by my father only. And Terrace Garden is laid in 1991 by my father's guidance with Mr. K.V. Chandran and our current team and seniors who retired also. Our own team internally managed the landscape of the hotel. Even today, right from the beginning of our Taj era, from 1978 we started. That's where I pitched into the hotel and while doing my 12th standard with my father. Actually, we finally took over in 84. That time, my senior colleague, Mr. Edward Terrace, has taken over the place. Ever since, we are running the place in a very natural way. Taj West End has got a legendary leaders, Mr. Edward Terrace and Mr. K.V. Chandran, and my junior, Mr. Balakrishna Hegde. After that, I took over. And now my era is also almost done. I'm on extension at the moment. But still, we have to keep up the legacy of our the heroes who have contributed. So therefore, I would see that it will be continued further in a very effective way. You could see the smaller size of the honeybee. It's taking the honey from sunflower flowers. It's very, very elegantly placed. And here the reason you could see the number of honeybees on this sunflower plant. Basically, I planted them for two reasons. The seeds would be loved by parakeets, and honeybees will come and they will establish very well. And dragonflies, you can see a lot of. Now the sun is opened up. Shortly, we can see a lot of butterflies also. So that's the reason we have added the natural elements into the garden. What is missing in the modern landscape is natural elements. Therefore, we are not getting anything very, very natural. Here you could see the honeybees. And these honeybees, we have three kinds actually. One is major one, that is a large size, bit dangerous and rowdies. This is a medium one, subtle one, and there are stingless bees also. Here you can see both stingless bees and sting bees together trying to take the honey, because in nature everything is believed in sharing, caring and nurturing. And coexistence, of course. All are essential. You could see the tiny babies of the honeybees. They're in abundance. I'm taking the morning rounds of the property. Got thrilled to see the lovely ambience of our landscape. Therefore, I'm taking this video. Even the cycads are showing up pretty well. These cycads, what we have is more than 235 year specimens. They're pretty old and probably in the urban cultivated area, or let us say cared areas rather, this is the biggest. Kew Gardens claim that they have a specimen of 250 years old. Around 15-20 years ago, I have read the article. I think the specimen what Kew Gardens have got only one or two shoots. This relatively much bigger in size, but they are published and we have not published. We have a collection of two gentlemen and the two ladies. Unfortunately, one of the lady cycad we lost. The baby is still there at the bottom. Once we go down, we can make that out. We have everything will be blooming throughout the year. I mean, in every specific season, the particular flowers will show up. Eagles would enjoy. A lot of birds would thrive here. It's a natural lovely ambience. Therefore, there is a place for one and all in natural landscape. Antirrhinums. We have spent little money to buy the seeds and plants this year. Therefore, we could show up the flowers. Because of the excessive rains, a lot of flowering plants have died. Fortunately, one of the chief engineer, a friend from the government, is retired yesterday. The gentleman has given a lot of flower plants, so we could make over the losses. Last moment, God shows the way when we are in trouble. God has sent him to me, to my rescue. Therefore, we could survive and sustain. And fail. I'm damn scared of the failure. Fortunately, God allowed me to succeed. Failure is one of the most dangerous thing which we can accept in life. We can personally we can fail, but not in professional way. Professional failure is a crime which can never be accepted. So, thank you all for watching the lovely landscape of my terrace garden. Thank you very much. Wishing you all a wonderful time. Thus, western landscape would remain always evergreen and effective way. This is in any city or urban landscape, this is the best place to live in. And all my guests would prefer to stay with us because they enjoy the lovely royal life in the urban scenario. Thank you all. Have a lovely day. The December 1st is on. It is a time for festivity. Wishing you all wonderful Merry Christmas in advance.